Bitcoin market is still going up.
That's awesome. Our investment's growing so fast.
Oh wait, after Elon Musk tweets, Bitcoin started to go down.
That's not fair. I'm getting heart attack.
Welcome back, everyone. We are live on a Tuesday evening. We are back with a bang. We're still talking the same news, same discussion, same topic, same information, blockchain solutions, cryptocurrencies, trading and investing. We still there. How are you guys? How are you guys? Let's engage. Let's engage on the comment section. Please do say something. Let's greet one another. We are a family here at Empire Crypto TV. We are a family. We are a community. So yes, we always happy, excited. We growing together, making money together. If ever you are not making money as yet in this community, in this market, please say so on the comment section. Then I'll send you some money. If you are not making money yet, if we haven't started making money, do say so in the comment section. Then I'll send you some coins to get you moving, to get you started. Do not be embarrassed or do not shy away. Let's engage. All right, Stone, how are you, my man?
Yes, I'm okay, man. I can't believe that you're offering such great gifts to our watchers. Good evening to everyone who's watching Empire Crypto TV, man. It's good to be back on this evening. Yeah, what's happening,
Look,
man? Like, what is it? What are you? Are you a player? Did you win lottery or something?
oh yeah,
Did you
man.
get?
This market is lottery itself, man. There's so much money lying
Yeah,
around in this
yeah,
in the crypto space, man.
of course.
Regardless how you look at it, but there's so much money. So
Yeah,
yeah, from time to time we
so
share it with our viewers. We give away some money, but of course, people don't want money. I mean, when you talk about free money, a few people
yeah.
come forward and say, "I'm claiming for that money." It's surprising.
Oh God, Well, I guess if you have so much money to offer, let us just also do the show and talk about how else people can get their money. Maybe we can give them some tips.
All right.
Profit and losses.
Absolutely. Welcome back, everyone. Let's greet one another on the comment section. And do not forget, guys, to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Please, guys, this is what you do. Yes, this is what you do. You go on to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Guys, to subscribe is free. You're not paying anything. It's just becoming part of our community, part of our growing community. So that whenever we've got some specials, some free money to give away, you just get notification. You're part of
Of
the
course.
winners. So yeah, go there on our YouTube and subscribe. All right, Stone.
Yes.
The war, Ukraine, Russia, is it still going? Why is it
Yeah.
so quiet, man? I don't see much on the news like at the beginning. It seems
Mm.
like it's quiet. Is it because of the media is captured, or is because the war itself is no longer on fashion? What's going on, brother?
No, the fashion is still the war is still there. I was sharing some news even yesterday, some very brutal stuff, man. Civilians, innocent people are being attacked in Ukraine. People are flying out of Ukraine, man, including our brothers and sisters who went to study in Ukraine, who are supposedly, some of them are South Africans. there's been reports that there's been South Africans who are also kept in the Ukraine borders. Now, there's also allegations of racism as well within this whole situation of people having to move out of Ukraine, Indian and Black and African immigrants and students being not given a fair pass like Ukrainians. They are told that no, these trains, these buses are for Ukrainians, and some of the Ukrainians took bombs and stuff like that, and some of them are hiding underground using the old caves that were built by their great grandfathers back in the wars of Tsar and all that stuff. But the sad thing is that there are also people like there's this one guy from Congo. He was told that he must stay behind and fight against the Russian, and then he was like surprised, taken back, like why me? I'm not Ukrainian. I'm from Congo. I just want to go back home, and then after the war, and then I can carry on with this business and stuff, which is quite terrible. To answer your question, yeah, the war is still raging on because maybe the media doesn't want to show some of these brutal things because they can be too much of a negative. But people are aware that there are.
Tell me something. Where do you see this news? Because I can tell you, I do not have a TV in my house. I do check on YouTube. Very little information on Twitter. It's no longer trending. Where do you see these news?
These news are all over. BBC, CNN, your regular channels, Al Jazeera. Okay, if you don't have TV, well, it will be difficult for you to engage in that because these are permanent networks that use wire cables for them to have 24-hour broadcast. So YouTube obviously will have small videos, short videos that you might not consider to watch. So they don't show much of the things there on YouTube. Hence, these channels are trying to stay relevant because of online. So some of the videos, they keep them to themselves. They do not publish it everywhere so that people can still go out and still watch News 24, Al Jazeera, CNN, BBC, because of the commercials that they have to play on TV. They're also counting on that income, on that business. So content will not be 100% be published on YouTube. It's just cut shortly and cuts. And in order for you to get full scale of some of the news on YouTube, like Bloomberg, you have to be a subscriber and so forth. So if you do subscribe, mostly maybe you would in time get the news in full. But
all right, no, great stuff. Let's check on the markets. What's happening on the markets? We see it's the market cap is 1.7 trillion. All right, that's the market cap. It's not so bad. And then we go on to the market itself, the cryptocurrencies. We see Bitcoin trading at just above 38,000 US dollars, and the Ethereum hovering just above 2,500 US dollars. The BNB. Have you noticed that BNB logo has changed? Did you notice that?
Yeah, it has that blockchain, smart chain. It represents that blockchain, symbol that it has taken on itself. I don't know what drove them to that. Maybe BNP is going through a transformation. Maybe this is a sign by changing its logo.
Yeah, look, they've got so many projects under Binance ecosystem, so they ought to change it there and there so that it differentiates from other projects that are in the Binance ecosystem.
Yeah.
Look,
what I like about them as well is they have their own blockchain, smart chain technology, which rivals the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum blockchain is the biggest blockchain in cryptocurrency. and then followed by Bitcoin. Then the smart chain is the rivaling one of Binance, which has a native coin of BNB.
All right, there were some positive news. I saw them from another channel. I didn't really check about XRP. Apparently, the case that they have is being relaxed, or there are some positive fundamentals around the case. So yeah, we just have to check on the news and then share with our viewers. Most probably tomorrow we need to analyze how is it going.
Analyze
But
this.
yeah, there's something happening around XRP, and of course XRP is actually one of the great project that is on hold, so to say. It's a great project. I mean, it can replace Swift, the Swift which is being spoken in Russia, the payment system, the transaction system that they've cut off from Russia. You know, it seems it's doing a lot. Now XRP has got the same elements, the same system that can actually work the same like Swift. So it means it's another alternative. It's a matter of time before it gets into the mainstream or get into the financial ecosystem. You know, that's why XRP has got that name whereby people saying it's working with the banks, because it's got the same catalyst with the same like the Swift system. So yeah, we need to just check on it and then share it with our family here.
Yeah. No, Ripple has quite a good project, and its community is a very solid community. The Ripple community is one of the biggest projects, and XRP being its independent or native token that runs on the Ripple blockchain technology. That company, man, if you look at some of their projects that are pushing, it's not only XRP. There are many other projects within the cryptocurrency space that they are aiming to develop, and they're aiming to reach out. Like, you know, like Binance, they have platforms, and they have a native coin. At the same time, they have their own blockchain technology and an exchange as a whole. It started off as an exchange. I do see XRP or the Ripple community going to those levels, having to develop up to the level whereby it will have exchanges for people to be able to have an exchange. Maybe they already have that, because the Ripple community is quite progressive in their cryptocurrency project.
It's interesting if you're looking into the top 10. New coins are being introduced into the top 10. Look like Terra Luna.
Yes,
Cardano has always been there, of course, but it's being shifted up and down. And Solana, it got introduced a few months back as well into the top 10. And Avex, it's a new entrance as well into the top 10. But we look at Polkadot. They're also there looking at the opportunity to get into the top 10 as well. Doji looking like it came into the top 10, but now shifting a little bit back, making space for Polkadot and Avex as well, Solana. And Shiba Inu also looking like it's moving backward. But I'm interested at Polygon Matic is number 16. For some time, it was just above 20 on the coin market cap, but now it's at number 16. It means it's actually coming to the top 10. All right. It's interesting.
That's good. Yes, it's very interesting. I also see the stable coin for Binance that they've created, which is right at the number 11. Interesting to see that coin have been developed. The Binance USD, I think it's pegged or with the US dollar as well as a stable coin, but under the Binance smart chain. And Polkadot, of course, it's been rising up. Like like the AVEX. Now AVEX has made it a top 10. So you see, when you see projects like this, like developing in an early stage, it's very interesting for investors, for them, or it's opportunistic for investors to come in to invest in some of this coin. Look at the price itself, and in few months' time, you won't be surprised to see the project going from 10 to 9, 9 to position 6 or so. But at least that top 10, it makes it quite relevant, because out of 17,000 cryptocurrencies that are available, or over 17,000 cryptocurrencies, being on the top 10 is a serious deal.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing. It's a serious thing. I mean, it comes, it works on volumes, how the market respond to that project. Look, I'm also surprised there is Terra USD. It's another stable
Stable.
coin,
Yes.
um, and it's gaining momentum as well. So yeah,
At number 14.
it's at number 14. All right. Let's jump into the market. What do you have for us on the markets?
We already have jumped into the market,
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the
the
analysis of
charts.
the charts.
No, man. Let's get into it, man. Bitcoin, like you said before, it's only starting to pull some strong strings in this last hour. This is the hourly chart for BTC. And it's at 38,779, just going up and down in those areas. And obviously, I have my support, which is a white line here, which is at 37,000, but even lower than that. This is just the support that I've set in, because I see that it has retested twice, but after a long period, of course, maybe after 2-3 days or so. And I have my resistance right there at 39,000. So if I see the coin just going above $39,000 and going to $40,000, I can assume that I have to see it going as far as $44,000. And when it reaches that $44,000, which is my next resistance, though it may be too far away, but I quote it as my resistance, because that $44,000, I was hoping a few days back that it would jump over $44,000. Unfortunately, the market came down, and being things that are happening on the war, and for a long period after it came down, maybe starting from the 5th of March, it has been going in a sort of like sideways trend. But we know why it's going through a sideways trend, because of that indecisiveness that is happening within Europe and so forth. But that support and resistance has been set in. But I do believe that in times to come, that resistance there will be a breakout very soon. Looking at the candlestick right now in the 1 hour chart, you can see that pull strong. It's pulling very, very strong in the past hour. It had a bearish trend throughout the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours ago. And then after a 7-hour period on that bearish trend, there's a huge bullish candlestick that's pulling in, and it's looking to go to the level of $39,000 per coin. And of course, my support and the lowest level, which I sincerely doubt that you could go as low as $34,000. But if anything should happen, because right now it is a time where we are not sure what can happen in terms of the market, in terms of what's happening globally, and so forth. But I can tell you, one of the biggest profiting markets right now is gold. Wow, gold is pushing with so much power right now, and it's only now that we are just seeing this bearish candlestick. But gold skipped from the position of 1.9, 1.8 or so just a few days back, and then to 2,055 per an ounce. It's a serious rise. Even the relative strength index right here, it went overbought, where conditions are said to be said that it went higher than expected. So gold itself is one of the biggest performers like in general commodities, because if I look at other markets like your stock markets, like your Google has been getting a knock in the past few days. But since gold is going down, you can notice that all the stock markets are starting to have this bullish candlestick. So you can have a primary knowledge that when the gold goes down, the stock market goes up. When the gold goes up, the stock market goes down. Look at this candlestick here on the Google stock, and look at this bullish candlestick on the Google stock. But if you go to gold, it's quite the opposite. But both 1 hour charts, you can see that bullish candlestick. Now we are seeing that bearish candlestick followed down. So you can see the contrariness within the gold and the stock market as well, and also oil as well has taken height. And looking at UK oil, one of the biggest oil, also taking commodities like gold, oil, raw material indices, raw material commodities, I mean to say, are the one taking a knock at this hour because the stock market are taking a hike as well. And UK oil, they've been getting like a bullish trend up to this. You can see that candlestick there. That is an aggressive candlestick that you can see. Also a 1 hour chart. And also the US oil can also be having a similar bearish candlestick, as you can see. So you can see the reaction of commodities and stocks right there. Two different things, and you can tell when one goes up, the other one goes. So they are moving what you call in a negative correlation. But now when you look at the market of Bitcoin, and I'm looking at the Ethereum right now, let us look at the Ethereum. I was looking at the Bitcoin, it had that long bullish candlestick, but the Ethereum, let us see how it looks like. Let me see if I wanted the data to quickly show itself so that I can just simply show you a very powerful example of how these markets can move as a whole at once at the same time. Okay, come on. I want this chart to be to reveal the data to me, man. I want this data to be revealed, but it's taking its time, but it's fine. I just wanted to show you the Ethereum chart. Oh man.
Okay, while this is still coming up, tell me what makes the gold to jump from 1.8 levels to over 2,000 US dollar levels. What could be the sentiments behind that move?
The investors are hedging on commodities, on raw materials, because they understand. Speculators in the financial markets, they understand when something like wars are happening. They understand like things like commodities like oil, gold are gonna go up because they are used as a hedge to invest in them, because when fiat currencies and other forms of payments are in threat, like even Bitcoin itself are threatened by the financial markets because of transaction and so forth, usually investors and speculators and traders focus on raw material. Because why? They are stable in a sense, because even though there are wars, there is so much happenings, gold will always be gold. You know what I'm saying? It can never be change. Oil will always be oil. Whereas now cryptocurrencies can change from time to time with their volatility. So it's a safe haven, if I should say. So the investors and speculators are just playing it safe by investing in these commodities like gold and oil. Watch out all these raw materials. There is another one also as well that I'm going to share with you, which is known as a nickel, but not now. But I just wanted to show you the Ethereum. The correlation between cryptocurrencies. Now, this is a positive correlation when you see cryptocurrencies moving along together. Now, we just saw Bitcoin also pulling up with this long bullish candlestick on the previous charts that I showed you. But on the other side, you have commodities, you have stocks that are moving in a negative correlation. One rises, one falls. But now, if it's a positive correlation, one rises, another rises. Like in the cryptocurrency space, we have Ethereum rising, and we also see Bitcoin also having that rising candlestick right there. they are moving in correlation. Now, what's the trick now? With who they are moving in correlation with. Now, right now, I just showed you the chart of US oil and dollar and so forth. Now I'm looking at the Google stock. Also, the Google stock are on a bullish run. So the cryptocurrencies, Google, and stocks are moving in a positive correlation at this hour right now. They are moving together. They are huddled together. That's what I'm seeing right now if I should analyze the market. These are all 1 hour charts. And another instrument that has been getting so much attention in the financial market as well is the nickel. Story came out about the nickel. Okay, nickel passes $100,000 as big short test 145 old exchange. Higher nickel prices, if sustained, threatened to ratchet up cost for electric vehicle batteries and complicate the energy transition. So this is a mined nickel. Nickel soared past an unprecedented 100,000 a ton. Also, this story is also confirmed at CoinDesk as well. So nickel has been making major move. But what is a nickel? Do we understand the concept? What is an I didn't know what is a nickel, but I'll share that with you just quickly. Biden to sign. Okay, no, not this story. This is just another story. I just wanted to. Oh, Bitcoin stays above 38,000K while nickel surges to $101,000 in surprise run. So it surprised everyone. It is the strength of the rising commodities that we are seeing right now on the market. This commodity itself is a unique commodity, just something that I would like to share with the viewers, just a bit of knowledge. What are we dealing? What is a nickel? Nickel is a chemical element with a symbol Ni, atomic number 28. So this is a nickel. This is this is a raw material. This is a commodity traded on the market. I can tell you now, I also was once in physical sciences. I used to see all of these charts that show the nickel. This is nickel, how it looks like, and also this periodic table also represents the nickel right there. When they talk about Ni28 right there, that's point. If anyone should know about science and all that stuff, this is the description of the nickel as a whole. So it is something that I also started learning about today, but it's common and highly tradable in the financial markets. But nonetheless, let's just go back to the other stories like ADA. Okay, there was a scandal that came out. I don't know. Do you know the founder of ADA? Apparently,
Yes.
Cardano's founder. Yeah. Apparently, I just want to tell you the story. You can comment on it. Apparently, Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson, exposed for misleading claims about his PhD enrollment. So I don't know if it would impact anything on the ADA. Yes, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, look, I know the gentleman is one of the respected figure in the crypto space, in the blockchain space. Charles Hoskinson. He's a co-founder of Ethereum as well, alongside Buterin. So he's a co-founder. Yeah, look, I met him in Santin. I think it was 2018. There was a seminar in Santin where I met him. Look, he's one of the great guy in the space. But yeah, look, I hear the news from you based on what you are reading there. So yeah, let's hear what could be the issue there.
We don't know, man. Founder Charles Hoskinson got in a heated discussion on Twitter after Laura Shin, a crypto journalist who published a book titled Cryptopians, uncovered information alleging that Hoskinson never enrolled in a PhD program, contrary to his former claims. Does this have an impact on ADA? Looking at ADA right now, on the market. Do you think it might have an impact? But I doubt. I think it
Look, I
has to
doubt it can have that big impact, but it will have an
on the
impact on him
project.
as an individual.
Yeah, as an individual.
If such claims come out, people tend to, lose credibility if they are proven to be right. If such claims are proven to be right, they tend to strip that individual of their credibility on the market, in the society, in the community, you know. But if he comes out and defend himself, bring some proof that, of course, he is enrolled on a PhD course, whatever, in the past, well, it will actually be something else. But if it doesn't and it fails to do so, there will always be that dent wherever it goes. Because remember, these things, they live with you. They're out there for everyone to see. Whenever someone Googles, whenever someone wants to know about you, those negative effects, they come out. That's the power of our internet. That's the power of our Google. That's the power of our data. Data is always there. It's always going to be there. So as people or as respected figures, we must always avoid to have our negative information there on the internet, because it will always follow you wherever you go.
Yeah, man, because I can see the ADA itself is looking to be pumping to go to the high levels of 0.846. Right now it's at 0.802, but there is a great possibility that it may go as high as 0.846, notwithstanding that these news will affect the nickel itself. The ADA itself. But anyway, that remains to be seen. But I do see the ADA tonight being aggressive, because I can see a possible harmonic pattern, a bullish harmonic pattern, but I should draw it out. But I'll just leave it at that. But I'm not too sure. But the lowest that it can go, or the lowest that it can get to, is at 0.827. That is for traders, for profits and losses that you are looking for, man. If you are a trader, these are some of the grand opportunities that you can come up with. Well, Mr. Crypto King, there is now a new philosophy now in the crypto space. Could Ethereum jump and become the boss of all cryptocurrencies? Right now, the boss is the B. And Ethereum, just listen to me, with all these smart contract projects and NFT projects that are coming out, so many projects that are running on the Ethereum blockchain, and they are moving from proof of work to proof of stake. Do you think that there might be a possibility that we might see a heavy jump of Ethereum having to be? But now Ethereum is still sitting at 2,000, so Bitcoin at 40s into their $38,000 per coin. It's a far-fetched, even though it happens. It might happen after a very long time. What's your point of view on that?
Look, there is no cryptocurrency market without Bitcoin being the king. Bitcoin is the king of this market. It's the firstborn. It cannot be turned around as long as still alive. So it will always remain. These are the ones that can actually take a market share to a certain level, but Bitcoin will always be the king of this market. Yeah, look, Ethereum is also have got some powerful sentiments behind, some powerful projects that are being developed on this Ethereum smart contract. But look, for some years now, and of course, especially Ethereum, there are some challenges, especially when it comes to scalability, gas fees. Those are challenges that are facing Ethereum, and we are waiting for Ethereum point 2 to come out, but we're still waiting. For now, it's still a wait. So up until it comes out, that's when we see the power of Ethereum. But to answer your question, to say it can overturn Bitcoin, I do not see that happening anytime soon. Maybe let me say. But well,
Okay.
in the near future, because this market is still still very new and growing. There's still some potential projects, and there's still some surprises happening on this market. So yeah, you cannot say never say never. But as per the short and medium term, I do not see that happening.
All right, Crypto King. You know what? I assume that we are coming to the close of the show, but when we close, this is Ryan Brown of CNBC explaining the theory between Bitcoin and Ethereum, or Ethereum taking over Bitcoin. So I wanted to share this with our live audience tonight so that they can also have their own thoughts based on this issue that we are just talking about. Is it fine that I play the video right now, or do you have more things to say?
Oh yeah, straight up, you can play the video.
Okay, no problem. Let me just hear this guy. Interesting.
Bitcoin's little brother. That was back when it was still worth just a few $100s, and many investors didn't quite understand what it was. Today, things are different, and Ethereum has carved out a sizable share of the crypto market, powering key innovations from decentralized finance to non-fungible tokens. Investors in the Ethereum cryptocurrency, known as Ether, see it as a key rival to Bitcoin. But technical issues with the Ethereum network are proving costly, and there's a flood of new tokens that are now hot on its tail. So what is Ethereum exactly? And does it have what it takes to unseat Bitcoin as the king of crypto? Ethereum was conceived in 2013 by Russian-born computer programmer Vitalik Buterin. He was just 19 years old at the time. Buterin was initially a strong proponent of Bitcoin. He even co-founded Bitcoin Magazine, one of the oldest media outlets dedicated to covering the cryptocurrency. But he soon grew concerned with what he viewed as shortcomings in Bitcoin's underlying technology. The basic idea of a blockchain is to spread out the responsibility of processing digital currency transactions across a decentralized network of computers. But Buterin saw potential for the technology beyond just making payments. I visited Chris Dick, a quantitative trader at the crypto trading firm B2C2, to learn more.
Bitcoin was the major innovation, the original innovation in cryptocurrency, but arguably Ethereum is equally as big a step in terms forward for the cryptocurrency industry, whereas Bitcoin brought money onto the internet in a way that those funds could not be spent twice, and you didn't have to have a central trusted counterparty. Ethereum brought all that, but with a full capability of a computer on top of it.
In the Ethereum white paper, Buterin proposed the launch of a new platform that would support two key innovations, known as smart contracts and decentralized applications. Smart contracts are lines of code written into the blockchain. They carry out certain functions once a set of conditions are met. Say I wanted to pay my rent using crypto. With a smart contract, I could specify when my rent is due each month and have the appropriate funds sent to my landlord, without any time delays or middlemen like an estate agent facilitating the transaction. These smart contracts are what power decentralized applications, or dApps, on Ethereum. Think Facebook or TikTok, but on the blockchain.
So with Ethereum, you can have any software that's running remotely somewhere around the world on the blockchain, and you don't have to have a central point of trust for that software. So that means you can actually launch companies and launch entire pieces of software on top of the Ethereum network and have it safe, working quickly, and working in a secure way, like completely around the world.
Like Bitcoin, Ethereum has attracted renewed interest from investors in the past couple of years. But backers of both cryptocurrencies say they offer starkly different investment cases. Bitcoin is predominantly used for transactions, and backers of the cryptocurrency believe it to be a store of value, similar in some ways to gold. Ethereum, on the other hand, is considered to be more of a platform for the crypto economy. It's become the destination of choice for apps developed on the blockchain. There are two key trends in crypto that have come about thanks to Ethereum: decentralized finance, or DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, otherwise known as NFTs. DeFi is an umbrella term used to describe a plethora of new financial products that are being built using the blockchain. Such services allow you to make trades or apply for a loan or savings account, all while bypassing traditional intermediaries like banks. NFTs, meanwhile, are like the crypto equivalent of collectible items. They're essentially tokens on the blockchain that say whoever owns them is the rightful owner of a specific digital item, say a work of art or a character in a video game. The entire market value of the Ether cryptocurrency is now almost half that of Bitcoin's. In 2021, the total funds deposited into DeFi accounts swelled to more than $270 billion, while trading in NFTs reached a record $40 billion. Still, Ethereum isn't without its flaws. In the early days of its development, Ethereum suffered a severe hack that led to the theft of tokens worth around $50 million at the time.
Wow.
The victims in the attack were a group of investors known as the DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It was a kind of investment fund, but with no traditional corporate structure or hierarchy. Hackers exploited what's known as a recursive call bug. It's sort of like if you were to withdraw cash from an ATM, but the system kept on churning out funds without updating the balance. The impact of this heist was so large that it caused the Ethereum blockchain to split into two separate branches, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Tom Robinson, co-founder of crypto compliance firm Elliptic, says such vulnerabilities are now a common sight in the DeFi industry today.
The problem is that code, that smart contract, has been created by a human being, and humans make mistakes. And so what we've seen over the past 2 years is that there are errors being made in these DeFi protocols, which are identified and then exploited by hackers.
And, as has long been the case with cryptocurrencies of all stripes, Ether is a volatile asset. Its price rose to an all-time high above $4,800 in November 2021, at the peak of the latest crypto craze. It's since pulled back considerably from those levels, though. But human error and market volatility aren't the only problems impacting Ethereum. Rising transaction costs, coupled with the huge amount of energy required to validate transactions, has resulted in the creation of a multitude of new coins known as Ethereum killers. An issue that's long plagued the crypto space is what's known as the scalability problem. In essence, this refers to the idea that as a cryptocurrency's usage grows, its underlying platform struggles to keep up with the increased demand. We've seen this already with Bitcoin. On the Bitcoin blockchain, a new block of transactions is added to the chain around every 10 minutes. But as usage of Bitcoin begins to climb, the network can only confirm so many transactions at a time, and so the time required fluctuates. The same can be said for Ethereum. With all these NFTs and DeFi services cluttering up the network, the fees required to process those transactions and the time taken for them to go through have been on the rise. One thing you'll often hear in discussions about Ethereum is gas fees. And no, that doesn't have anything to do with the cost of refilling your fuel tank.
Gas fees is really a metaphor in this case for the transaction fee that a user has to pay when sending funds on the Ethereum network, or indeed when interacting with a smart contract. When you pay that transaction fee, somebody who you will never meet will run their code and be able to process your transaction. In order to get them to process your transaction, you pay this transaction fee that's also called a gas fee.
Another issue Ethereum shares with Bitcoin is its impact on the environment. Both of the cryptocurrencies use a mechanism known as proof of work, which requires power-intensive crypto mining to confirm transactions and mint new tokens. A growing number of investors are turning to new crypto protocols such as Cardano, Solana, and Polkadot due to frustration with these problems. The developers of those networks are hoping to take the crown, with the promise of being faster and more energy efficient than Ethereum. But Ethereum isn't taking the challenge lying down. It's currently in the process of upgrading to a new standard that proponents say will make it run more efficiently and in a way that's environmentally friendly. This upgrade, known as Ethereum 2.0, will see the network move over to what's known as proof of stake. I asked Larissa Yerovaya, Associate Professor of Finance at the University of Southampton's Business School, to elaborate on what that means.
The the current consensus algorithm that's been used by both Ethereum and Bitcoin. In order to create a new coin and to validate the transaction, the whole network needs to agree on it. So it requires huge number of computer power, huge amount of computer power, huge amount of energy. If you're talking about proof of stake, then here is slightly different.
Validator nodes are the computers that contribute to the security of blockchain networks like Ethereum. At the moment, those validators require specialist equipment in order to participate. But with proof of stake, rather than miners, Ethereum will rely on so-called stakers that lock up a portion of their ether to show they've got skin in the game, kind of like a deposit. The more tokens someone commits, the higher their chances of being chosen to approve a new batch of transactions, and therefore get rewarded in some ether. Proponents say this should deter bad actors, as validators' ether is at stake if they try to cheat the system. This should, in theory, make the network more secure. There are some downsides, however.
Here we can see straight away the distribution of the power and less decentralization than is the case of Bitcoin. Also, some experts suggest that there are some security concerns in terms of proof of stake, that it's much less secure system and consistent mechanism in comparison to the proof of work.
Nevertheless, Larissa thinks that's a risk Ethereum users should be willing to take.
We need to think about overall benefits, in my opinion, and if proof of stake is so much more efficient, if it can offer better scalability, if it's more environmental friendly, that maybe a community will be willing to compromise on safety, and will be able to compromise slightly on centralization and decentralization, to accept more centralized technology.
The Ethereum upgrade is expected to kick in properly at some point in the second half of 2022. So, can Ethereum become the king of crypto? It certainly seems possible. However, many experts say it's not a winner-takes-all market and that there's room enough for both Ethereum and Bitcoin to coexist.
Ether and Bitcoin are really quite different investments. They're really seeking to achieve different things. So Bitcoin has really emerged more of a store of value. So it's about hedging against inflation, whereas Ether is more about investing in Ethereum as a platform for decentralized finance. So I don't think it's necessarily about one competing with the other.
If anything, Ethereum should be considered a bet that blockchain technology will power the future of finance, and possibly even the internet as a whole.
Well, Ethereum 2.0, man.
Ethereum 2.0 is much awaited.
Is the one. Proof of stake. Later, let's see what happens, man. It's gonna be interesting to see these developments with Vitalik and the gang, how they're gonna go all about it. Let's see, because the proof of stake is the technology that it's challenging, but still, they still have challenges. Still challenges with their development.
Look, in the crypto space, or must I say in the blockchain space, if you do not improve, if you do not keep on upgrading your systems or your projects, you'll be a project of the past. So you keep on improving, keep on upgrading. We see like projects like LTC, Litecoin. These are old projects. Dashcoin, those are old projects, but they still there, but they are no longer attracting new investors. I wouldn't really take my money and say I'm buying Litecoin, like today, because they no longer quality projects as of now. Whatever they came into space to solve is no longer there. There are new projects now that are solving those problems that they came
like
to
Solana.
solve. Like
Solana. So
Solana.
they are attacking on the other side. As you see them, they are getting close to the top 10 and stuff.
So look, you need to keep on upgrading. Your projects need to keep upgrading to catch up with the way the market is going, and the market is too fast. So
Yeah, of course, man. That was just it. Let's see, the whole thing just remains to be seen. That's it from me, man. We can wrap it up, I think.
Great
I
stuff.
know.
Welcome, everyone. We are live here at Empire Crypto TV. That's it for today, talking about the markets, what the war is doing all around the world. We see the gold, making some strides. So, yeah, the discussion was informative, was positive. Do subscribe on our YouTube channel so that tomorrow will be on YouTube. We're not coming to Facebook, so we'll be on YouTube. So if you are not on YouTube, you might be left behind tomorrow. So we'll be live on YouTube, and we've got some interesting guests that will be coming. Thank you so much, and good night.
Yes.